Good afternoon or good morning, depending on what time you're listening to this. This is the Soundcheck podcast, na leo huku ndani kwa studio niko na my two co-hosts. Wajiintroduce tafadhali.
Hello, my name is Charity Mwangi.
Hi, I'm Virginia.
And leo Charity and Sandra wako huku ndani ndo tuongelele kuhusu cinematography. Now, in this case, we're going to discuss the following topics. We have the production stages. We have what we call the exposure triangle. We have camera movements. We have shots. We have personnel. So from now, kutoka hapa, tega masikio yako, tunaenda kidogo kidogo tukuexplainia kuhusu the production stages, na hapo ndo tutaanza. I'd like for Virginia to start us off with the pre-production stage. Tell us what it is about and at least some of the things it includes.
The pre-production stage includes the things that are done before the production. This include the writing of the script, budgeting for the production, location scouting, where the production will take place. And yeah, those are some of the things that take place during pre-production.
Okay. Sandra?
So the production stage. So the production stage, this is where most of the work that we see on the screen is usually done. So this is where there's the shooting, where actually this is where the director is mostly active. Yeah, I can say. So yes, that is, shooting is the major thing that happens in the production stage.
And then we have the final production, which is the post-production. Hapo ndo mali tunafanyanga editing ka hii podcast mnaona leo. Ikitoka hapa, sasa tuko kwa production. Itaenda ieditiwe, ikatakatwe, labda sound effects, visual effects na vitu zingine zinaweza ongezewa kwa hii stage. So we have the three which are pre-production, production and the post-production. From there I had Sandra mention about a director, and I'd like to tell for her to tell us the two categories we have of personnel, and they give us like two from each category and give us the roles and mention maybe a few. Sandra, take us through.
Under the categories of personnel, there are two. Number one, which is
Over the line.
Oh yeah, over the line. And the other one, which is
Under the line. I'm not sure. Lakini kuna line mahali.
So I don't know, honestly. I've not done like enough research concerning the categories, but I can talk about the personnel. Who is the director? So who is a director? A director, number one, is under the producer. The producer is the one who searches for the director to do. So the director goes ahead and searches for talent through auditions, and this is where we find the actors that we see on the screen. Another role of a director, he interprets the script. Once the director is employed or like given that kind of a job, he will ask for the script, and that is he will get to know what is supposed to happen in the script and the characters of the people that are supposed like to be there. Another thing, it is to create the creative vision. Yeah, so he decides the style of lighting and works closely with the director of photography. He also directs the actors, okay, of which this is clearly evident from the name, which is the director. Yeah, and making key decisions on set, lastly. So he chooses the best takes, he approves the camera angles and movements, and he solves problems quickly during production.
Thank you, Sandra. So, Virginia, we have the director, we have the photographer or the camera person, and I want you to take us through some of maybe the shots that we use in cinematography, and kindly just give us a little brief description of how we can use those kind of shots.
Okay, on the shots, this depends mainly on what the script is talking about. Like, you'll follow the script and then you know what kind of shot to take. On the shots, we have various. We have the wide shot, we have the medium shot, and extreme wide shot. We have the medium close-up. You want me to explain like deeply on the shots?
Yeah.
Okay, wide shot, it's you take ni kama unachukua wote pamoja. Like it's wide, as the name says, wide shot. Medium, you from the waist up. Yes. The what other shot? Close up. Extreme close up is like close up from the shoulders hadi kwa kichwa. Extreme close up, you go extreme, like
Even into specific features like the eyes, like
the subject is crying.
Exactly.
So you can use the extreme close-up to just illustrate emotions,
Yeah.
or to just show that specific something about somebody, maybe a pimple or
Ama
brown
likamia.
eyes. That's nice. So from there, we won't leave the photography part. I'll go through the exposure triangle, which consists of mainly three parts. We have the ISO, we have the f-stop, which is the aperture, and we have the shutter speed. So basically, the shutter speed is the frame rate. I think it's the frame rate, where we get like, video is moving pictures, moving images. So when you put like 1/60, it means that it's taking images in the 60th of a second. So it's like processing those pictures in the 60th of a second. This means that it's giving the camera much time to absorb light. So in this case, if you like use the lowest shutter speed, which might be 1/50 or 1/10, you'll have blurred motion. In cinematography, maybe we can use it to show, like, sometimes it is used, especially in vehicles, to show how fast something went. Like, you can just use the blur motion to just be creative in your own way. If you use the first one, it is to freeze the motion. Like, the blood motion sometimes naonanga hata kwa action, like mtu akikupunch unaona tu hii ngumi imekuja amekuwekelea kichwa. But if we want to freeze motion, like something is moving way too fast and we want to capture it, we use the a faster shutter speed, which may be probably 1/100 going to all the way, maybe to, depending on your camera, 1/6000, 1/2000. It depends on the model of camera. So these affects, again, the lower the shutter speed, the more the light. So we come to the ISO. This is the sensitivity of the sensor to light. So this is like an amplification of light. It's how maybe you'll have a microphone. Yes, you have your own voice, but the voice is then taken to an amplifier, which amplifies it much more further. So this is the same in ISO, but it's more of light. So a higher ISO means that you get more light, but you also get more noise. Noise ni zile mchele tunaonanga kwa images ama kwa video. Lower ISO gives you clean images and less noise. Finally, we have the f-stop. This is an aperture. This mainly in a camera, it's the part of the lens. Hizo zingine zinadilingi na the camera itself, but the aperture is the lens itself. And so different lenses come with different variants of apertures. You can find the one that goes to as low as 3.5, but they're those ones who go up to around 1.8, and they're expensive depending on how low your lens can go. So these, when you open your lens to 1.8, it means you have opened it like wide. This means that more light enters the camera through the lens. Lakini sasa ukipatia 1/22 or 1/16, less light. This affects the blur, or we call it the
Depth of field.
yeah, we have this name. Is it bokeh? Something of the sort. Bokeh. So bokeh is like, especially when you're having those portrait images, like the blurred background. So the aperture affects the depth of field and also the light that is received by the camera. Is that good?
Better.
Yeah, very nice.
So Sandra,
Yes.
back to you again. We have movements, camera movements. We have dolly, we have pan, we have tilt. Tell us what they are and how you can use them.
Okay, so I will start from the most basic ones. Number one, which is the tilt. Tilt is the up and down movement of the camera. It is the actually, what is the opposite of horizontal?
Vertical.
Vertical. It is the vertical. It is moving the camera in a vertical manner. Okay. Then there is a panning. Panning is the movement of camera in a horizontal manner. Okay, from left to right. Yeah. Yes. So there's a dolling. There's dolling in. There's dolling out. This is it is mostly applied, of course, in scenes, and I'm sure we've seen them. This is where a camera is placed on a mobile, stable equipment, yeah, that is that has wheels, which is a lot easier to move the camera. So dolling in, it is moving forward. Dolling out, it is moving outwards, which gives us the effect of zooming in and zooming out. Yes. Is there any other movement?
Maybe you can give us an example
Okay.
of how you can use maybe one of your preferred movement to, like, in a creative way to illustrate something. Maybe you can.
Explain dolling.
Okay. We can. Okay. Tilt. Tilt. For instance, you want to show something. You're showing at us someone, okay, and we want to see like this person is kind of dominant, or we want to show the strength. So we can bring the camera very near to the person, and then like you can just like tilt upwards. So this will give us an illusion that this person is mighty, this person is strong, and it will show us dominance. Then, oh yeah, is tracking. Tracking is according to my knowledge, tracking is moving with the
Following the subject.
following the subject.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So panning, Walter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Panning.
Pan it.
Panning. How
No pun
can you
intended.
Panning.
use panning in a creative manner?
Panning to show the size of something. Widewise. Is it widewise? But
Yeah.
or the distance. Maybe sometimes it's mainly used when you're showing distance, like you can be somewhere up and you're showing like this person moved from this place to this place, so you can pan from where he is to where he's going, or where he was to where he went.
Okay.
Virginia,
Yeah.
we have lighting, and I'd like utuelezee lighting, what is lighting, how we use it, and maybe give us an example of lighting in general.
Okay, lighting in cinematography tends to create a cinematic image on what you're shooting. We have types of lighting. There is the 3-point lighting, which is basically used widely, where you use the key light, the fill light, and the backlight. So the backlight, it go behind the subject. The fill light is used to to remove the shadows, and the key light, as the name key, it's the main source of light during the shooting. Yes.
Thank you about the lighting. So as we come to a conclusion,
I have more information concerning lighting. There's also the 4-point lighting, of which it adds the background light, which separates the subject from the background.
so as we come into to conclusion, I'd like for either of us, each one of us, to just give out their final comments or something that maybe you had in mind, so that we can conclude.
Okay, I'll conclude by saying, when we are shooting, let's make our productions more marketable, yes, and more cinematic.
Yeah, and according to me, I could say that there's a lot to shooting, there's a lot to movies, and I think as as per where we are right now, we should embrace shooting as much as probably right now we can begin like using single cameras, of which can be maybe a challenge for us, but I think we should embrace the talent that we have, so yeah, we can grow.
So yes, let's use that knowledge that we have had today to make our shows good and to be professional in whatever we do. I've been your host Mwangi Gadhoni. I've been with my two co-hosts Sandra and Virginia. Till next time, goodbye.
Bye.